Hello, I got some pickups this week from local boot sales. Basically, by me there's about good 4 boot sales around my area. You know, some good, some are bad. You know what I mean? You always get like the good and bad. But the one in the summertime is just on like a humongous seafront, and it's on a humongous pitch, and it's probably one of the busiest around my area. So it goes all the way down. So what you do get is a lot of resellers of you know, unfortunately, a lot of competition out there. But it's getting a lot harder now to get picks of stuff up. But the one thing I did pick up, a woman had a load of crap all over the place, and she had this box of saucepans and stuff like that. And I don't know why, you always got to check those boxes on you. So I checked this box, and what I did pick up was Truxton, not the best cover in the world, just, you know, a bit of wear and tear on it, but it's for £1, do you know what I mean? So I grabbed it straight away, and I'm surprised none of the sellers got that, and it's a retail one. Pretty brilliant game as well, probably the best shooter I would say on the Sega. Great music, very playable. I wish it was like 2-player ones, is there? It's always like the one bloody player. You know, I love to play that with the missus, like, but on a 2-player. So that's Truxton. One thing I would say is, one tip I always give is always get a good relationship with some resellers, because not all resellers are bad. There's a couple of, you know, good resellers out there who will, you know, do you a deal. And same boot sale basically. He's got like a little store where you walk in. It's like he's got a massive store. You know, the usual shit. He has a PS3, PS2 games, some PS1, which is getting a bit hard to get. And he has some GameCube games. GameCube games, you know, 4 or 5 years ago, I walked past them. You know, they'd be everywhere. Just pick them up. I know how great am I on the GameCube, but it's great trade bait back in the day. So I used to get some, trade them, sell them on. You know, do what you got to do to get you know, the video games you wanted. But there's one series I really wanted was the and I'm a massive horror fan as well. It's all the Resident Evils on the GameCube. I already had let me see, I already had these ones already. I had 0, which to me is my worst Resident Evil game, as in like, you know, the proper series. I just find it boring, to be honest. I love the idea of having 2 people, you know, go back and forth on each people, which gives it like more original. I've had this one for a while. You know, this cost me about, you know, £8 I think. You get it for £10. It's quite cheap to pick up. The other one I have was obviously the first one, which is probably the best version to get. You know, great remake of it, or not remake, but like remaster of it. You know, got more stuff to it. This you can get cheap as well. I think I paid £5 for it. You can get it for £10. But I highly recommend to play this version. I know there's like, I think the PS4 version is just based on this version as well. But yeah, so that is that one. And obviously, and then I had this about 2 months ago. I had it from Kex, called Veronica. I had this on the PS2 back in the day. It's a good game. One thing I got stuck on is a bit when you're on the aeroplane, and the nemesis is there, and you gotta. I didn't have enough ammunition to kill it, so I couldn't get further with the game. So this time, when I replayed this again, love the game. I had to make sure I had loads of ammunition on that plane, because without that you're buggered basically. You can't kill the nemesis. You need that ammunition. I had that one. I think that cost me £22, £18, something like that, with the my voucher I had. And the 2 I wanted, right? You had a bunch of games on there, So the ones, and he had a couple of Sega games, and there's one Sega game I wanted, so you got to bundle these things up together. If you don't bundle them up, you know, I think he wanted £20 for the Sega game at the time, and you know, when I tell you the price of it, it worked out more worthwhile. But the ones I really needed was another one as well, and obviously 4 you can pick up cheap as well. Everyone knows what 4, so not much to say about that one. The ones I really wanted was number 3, which he had £22 on it at the time, and number 2, I think number 2 is the most expensive one to get, and that was, he wanted £30 on that one, and they're all, you know, complete as well. And number 2 is my favourite Resident Evil game. So he had those. He had Pikmin 2. He had £30 on that. He had Super Tennis. No, I don't really collect for the SNES that much, but you know, this box, so I just grabbed it, and I love the £30 sticker on it still. He had that. He had Pilot Wings, which is a nice box. Apparently he had loads of N64 pickups. He had in a week of it, he went to this guy's house and he said all the N64 stuff he had was all mint. He had like Bad Fur Day, he had, you know, all the Mario parties and stuff, but obviously he wanted good cash for that. I like Pilot Wings. And this is the one I wanted. It was King's Bounty. This is about £15–20 on eBay at the moment. So all that I grabbed. So I grabbed all that for 50 quid. Do you know what I mean? What else you can say about that? It's just like, you know, the Resident Evils on their own, that would cost me £40 any day of the week. So, you know, I got myself a bag in there. So, you know, get to know those resellers. You know, get a relationship with them. It's the other 2 guys down there as well. The 2 brothers, I think the 2 brothers, and they got a store as well. And same with them. Like when I first went down there, didn't like them at all. Like, and it's like, oh, they're grabbing all the stuff. And then when you get to know them a bit more, and you know, you buy stuff off them, and then you go, oh, you know, they're quite nice people. At the end of the day, you know, they've got to make a living. You know, that's the path they chose. You know, good on them. You know what I mean? So you know, not all resellers are bad. So basically, I had another boot sale then in a week. I had the Ooze a while back, and the problem with my Ooze is it's not great condition. It's got a crack inside there. So I was looking for a replacement, and what he had the Ooze. You know, I don't know why. I think gotta be the gluing on these Ooze ones. He had the Ooze, and he had Fantasy Star 4. So yeah, I had these 2 for 30 quid. So I can sell that my cat. You know, I can get a tenner for that easy. And like I never collect anything loose, so I have not got any Fantasy Stars at the moment. So that one there is, you know, I make, you know, I get my £30 any day of the week. I think this on cards go £40 on its own. I think, you know, 120 quid, something like that. You know, completing box at the moment, which is stupid money for this game. But yeah, so and that's another one I got to fork out on. Yeah, those 2. So the rest is another reseller as well. He had some Sega games. He went to another boot sale, and he said, "Oh damn, I got loads of Sega stuff in the boots." So yeah, I got to have a look. Like, and he had a shitload. He had a bag full of them. So so I got all these for £35. Sorry. So I had Outrun, which I don't like. I love Outrun. One of my favourite games, car games, is Outrun. I love it on the Master System as well. I don't know why, but I love the Master System version. But this one, I didn't get along with it that much. So I had that one there. A Dead Angle, which I think is a shooter. Yep, it's a shooter, but don't use the light gun, I don't think. Nope. So that is the Dead Angle. I think that's around 8 quid, so it's a cheap one. 2 Tribes. I paid the first one. I paid on the Amiga as well. I think that goes about £15 to £10. And when I first got into the hobby again, I know I keep saying this, but the first game I grabbed on the Sega is Speedball 2. I bloody love this. But with my Speedball, I don't know if you can see it, but it's really, the cover is really bad. I think it's like there was coffee stains inside the cover. See, look. Always like that, aren't they? Especially on Master System. So I thought I wanted a replacement. So we had Speedball 2. This is cheap as well, and this is a hidden gem. You gotta grab this game. It's brilliant. Like, I love it. It's the only sport game I'm actually good at. You know, Speedball 2. So cracking game. If you ever see it, 10 quid. You grab it. That's Speedball 2. So the last of it I had, it was Kex. Me personally, I love, you know, I can always go online and get the games, but I love to see them in store. And they had Bank Panic. They had that, you know, complete. And I think that cost me 10 quid, I think. So that was complete. And they had Shadow the Beast. I need number 2, so I'm looking out for that. That was, I think that was 6 quid. So, you know, 6 quid. I never actually played Shadow the Beast. I've heard it's great graphics at the time, but I heard the gameplay is not so great anymore. So that's why I heard of it. And last but not least, I found this in another Kex around the corner for me, and I saw the sticker on it. You know, £22. You know, a mint version is about £45, and I know they're about £40. The only problem with it, there's a little rip. I don't know if you can see it. You know, come on. You know, £22 for that. Thunder Force is a great game again. I need to get number 2. I think number 3 is I think Germany only or Portugal only. So I know that's about 40-50 quid at the moment. So I need to, you know, buy that on eBay basically. So that's Thunder Force. Thunder Force, so 4? Yeah, number 4. So, you know, I saw that, I grabbed that straight away. The missus like, oh, you sure it's £22 down? I was like, you know,